Yeah, I mean, I think for the first scrimmage, I thought it was clean. We didn't have a lot of penalties. We didn't have a lot of turnovers. So from that standpoint, I thought it was good. I thought we had some efficiency running the football. I thought our O-line did a really nice job. I think we still got to get a little bit better at executing our passing game, and that was with every quarterback. I think Riley and Jordan and Henry, I think that's, a big point of emphasis for us going into week 2 a little bit, is making sure we get that cleaned up. But, overall happy. We were pretty sloppy at times with turnovers in the spring when we scrimmaged, and so it was nice to see that part of it go away. And so, and there wasn't a lot of procedural problems or procedural errors, which in a first scrimmage, is one of the things that you always worry about. So, some good, some bad, I think would be the best takeaway.
How do you feel Jordan has adjusted to move to wide receiver?
Yeah, so he's still doing everything. I think obviously he's an extremely talented player, and so it's our job as coaches to find the best way to get him involved in what we're doing. And so as that progresses, we've just got to make sure that the ball is in his hands enough for him to impact the game. And I think he's such a special player; he can do that in a lot of different ways. And so we've got to figure out the right ways to do that with him.
Was the scrimmage as balanced as you wanted it to be? It felt like there was never the pendulum swaying one way too far or the other.
Yeah, I thought that was good. I mean, I thought it was a competitive go. I think, both sides of the ball had moments where they did some really good things. I thought we tackled as a defense better than we have in live situations up until that point. And certainly the offense was able to get some drives going. So I think we had balance, which is obviously as a head coach, that's what you want to see.
Like when you're dealing with a team that's had turnover problems for a couple of years, I know turnovers are an emphasis with any team you coach. Is there extra? Is there more to it? Or do you treat it like you have anytime you have a team you say protect the football?
Yeah, so don't know how to compare it because it's my only team, but we certainly we would make a huge emphasis on it regardless of what the past has shown. The past makes it easier for us to make a huge emphasis on it. One of the most telling slides is the last time we had a positive turnover margin was 2014. In 2013, 2014, we had a positive turnover margin, and those were obviously extremely successful years for Duke football. We've been in the negative since. In the last few years, we've really been bad at turning the football over. And so I think the history just helps us emphasize what would be a priority for our program regardless. Yeah, I would say both sides of the ball are probably up around 90%. I think there's still some situational stuff that we've got added. I think, both sides of the ball right now are kind of tinkering through, like, okay, we've got the base install in, like what fits the best with this group, what fits the best with this personnel, how do we tinker some plays and opportunities. But yeah, I would say probably about 90% both sides of the ball.
Looks like we knew Speedy Young and Darius Joyner were coming in and making an impact as transfers on the 10th. It looks like Cam Dillon's also kind of getting more of a role. Are you with all three of those guys?
Yeah, and Anthony Nelson's the other one. I mean, he's done a really nice job. And so I think all 4 of those kids that came in on defense are going to play big roles for us this year. I think obviously the 2 kids in the secondary have been there since day one. I think Cam and Anthony, as camp has gone on, have continued to get better, and certainly are going to find ways onto the field when we start playing games for real.
I know it's been a week now, but what did you think when you first saw Chance Lytle sing an opera? He had that talent in him.
Yeah, so no idea. I thought, wow, that's an awful big man singing like that. But obviously, it's a tremendous talent, and we're certainly glad it created the buzz it did. Anytime we can get buzz around our program, we love it. And so, it was a pretty cool thing to uncover that you have a kid in your locker room that could sing like that. It was pretty neat.
What has B.J. Anthony done since he got here in the spring, I guess, to earn the looks he's getting?
Yeah. I mean, VJ's been, extremely mature since the day he walked on this campus. He's put on about 25 pounds of muscle and strength since he's been here. I think he handles his business like a kid that is much older than a freshman. He works, he studies his stuff, he knows his playbook. And so, yeah, we've been really comfortable with him, and he's gotten a lot of reps out there with our first group, and he's really handled it. He's going against our starting offensive line a lot, and he's done some great things with it. So we're real happy with what he's doing and his progress.
Coming into the fall camp, you wanted to find out who was going to be making plays on the outside. You've seen enough of that so far. Do you still need to see more plays on? I know you talked about the need to complete passes.
Yeah, I think it's consistency. I think we certainly have seen flash plays, right? Like the Eli Panko play in the scrimmage. Samir makes a great play today. Jalen Calhoun has made plays. John Davis has made plays. Jordan has made plays when he's out there. But then there's a consistency to execution and route running and consistently catching the football and throwing the football in the right places. That's the area I think that we've got to go. So, have we seen it? Yeah, we've seen flashes, and we've certainly seen that we've got guys that have the ability to make explosive plays. We've just got to make sure that we're consistent, play in and play out. I think that's probably the big gap we got to get closed this week.